Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and I've been a travel editor for over 20 years. On this show, we're going to take you to some of the world's most amazing destinations, from the big cities to the great regional areas. We'll go inside some of the world's best hotels, bars, restaurants, galleries, and much more. Right now, we're in New York City, and this is Wayfarer. Well, we're here at Cafe Dante in New York City and we're catching up with the owner, Lyndon Pride. Lyndon, you've had this place for a few years now.
Yeah, we opened in June 2015, but Dante has been here since 1915, so we really took over a New York institution, I guess. So it's revived or reopened 3.5 years ago.
Cafe, come restaurant, come bar.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner every day. So we're open for 16 hours of service every day, so yeah,
wow.
It's everything.
Now
Yeah.
tell us about the food experience here. You do have a lot of local produce on the menu here.
Definitely ingredient driven, try to be very seasonal. It has an Italian thread to it. I guess the same kind of philosophy that Neil kind of feed into us for a number of years we try to apply here, which is seasonal, fresh, healthy, delicious, with an Italian, I guess, undercurrent.
And when it comes to drinks, you keep it very classic here, which is, I guess, part of the fun too.
Yeah, I think we're big believers in trying to do simple things well, and there's usually, if you're sort of trying to do that simplicity, there's nothing to hide behind, so we really push ourselves to do simple, classic cocktails and try to re-present them maybe in a way that they originally were presented, so using quality ingredients, really thoughtful technique and making it memorable.
You've had a lot of fun stuff you've done over the years where you've had $1 Negroni or martini afternoons. You do a mini martini as well, which is very popular, but really great coffee.
Great coffee. We do a $5 martini at the moment, which was a bit tongue-in-cheek. We tried to do a 99-cent martini about 2 years ago. State Liquor Authority threatened to shut us down.
Well, you were too cheap.
Too cheap. Yeah, $5 martini now, which people are really enjoying.
It's interesting because you're not you're a very good price point too. You don't overcharge on your cocktails. I think in this town we are seeing a lot of overcharging.
We're a local spot where we see the same people 3 to 4 times a week, so we have to try to keep it accessible.
Well, awesome, mate. Well done on everything, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, James. Great to have you in.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, mate.
Well, Thomas, we're here at the Four Seasons New York downtown, one of the newest hotels in the Four Seasons network and one of the best, I think.
Thank you very much. Yes, I mean, we're very excited. This hotel was a great opportunity. Opening in New York, a new hotel where we had already one, was a wonderful opportunity, specifically in a neighborhood that meant a lot to us. You know, the growth of downtown is very important.
We've got a lot of beautiful suites in this hotel, and it's one of the many highlights here.
I mean, the beauty about our hotel being built to be a Four Seasons, it was elegantly designed in order to have 189 rooms, including 28 suites. The beauty about downtown also is that around us, we don't have high-rise buildings. So most of our rooms have a great views that can look towards the Oculus, towards SoHo, toward East River. So you really have a lot of lights and it's bright. And then the Abu Pusherberg was really concentrated into creating a residential feel. It doesn't feel like a cathedral, big hotel, but straight away you feel first the energy and the vibrant welcome from their employees, which in my opinion are the best. They look at every single client and they connect in a very meaningful way. So when you enter in the hotel, there's no way where you feel there's not something special going on.
You're also only a 15-minute walk over to Brooklyn as well, so location-wise, it's quite good to get around as well.
I mean, it's wonderful. People forget that Manhattan is an island. And being at the peak of the South down, you can literally walk 10 minutes from one side and 10 minutes on the other side from the hotel, and you are actually by the river. On one side you have the Brooklyn Bridge, walking on the other side you get to Seaport.
You've got a beautiful indoor pool as well.
Yes, we have the entire third floor is dedicated to wellness. It gives us an incredible space to really cater to our guests, not only the ones staying in the hotel, but our neighbors as well.
Yeah.
We have one of the best spa in the city with, affiliation with very high-end products. We also have a beautiful pool, 78 feet long. So it's really a place where you can not only relax, but also train.
Yeah.
And we have also a dedicated space for fitness. So, it's a very large area.
And if you had to choose 2 or 3 favorite things about the hotel, what would they be?
I mean, my most favorite things is, being able to walk around and meet the employees. They always find a way to connect to the guests in a way that is really interesting. There's no transaction. It's really a human, genuine touch. Wolfgang Puck restaurant being the best contemporary steakhouse in the city, it is also, a highlight.
So how important is it having a restaurant of that caliber in this Four Seasons hotel?
I mean, for us it's very important, and we could have chosen to manage the restaurant ourselves, but we wanted to affiliate to the best. And Wolfgang Puck is known to be probably the most interesting, the most talented, and has great vision. And his contemporary steakhouse is by far the best.
Well, Thomas, thank you so much for your time and having us in this beautiful hotel.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for visiting.
Cheers. Welcome to Cut by Wolfgang Puck here at the Four Seasons New York downtown. It's known for its great steaks, seasonal produce, and fantastic wines. Well, we're here at the Cut restaurant in downtown New York, and Chef, one of the great cut restaurants from around the world. And all of these cut restaurants are very unique. They've all got the same name, but very different interiors, very different style, and different menus across them.
Yeah, I think one thing that's great about Cut, it is a brand, but if you think about it, if you own the one in London and I own the one in New York, there are similarities, but there's your identity and my identity, which reflects in the food.
And we've got some great dishes in front of us. What are we having?
So up front we have an autumn salad, roasted beets, a little Latour cheese, local apples, pomegranates, almonds. In front of you, you have a Nantucket-based scallop, a little crudo. It's always nice to start with a crudo before a heavy steak. Really nice kinome, coriander blossoms. And then in front of me is kind of our version here of a chopped Caesar salad. So instead of classic Caesar dressing, we do a little chipotle inside the dressing, tomatoes, pickled onions, and a little chimichurri on top of the chicken.
It's not just about steak at the Cut restaurants.
I don't think it can just be about the steak. And when me and Chef Wolfgang talk daily or every other day, it's what are you doing that's new? What are you going to do for the guests? And I think that how many times a week can you come in and eat a 10 or 12 or a 14-ounce steak? Yeah. I mean, I got to give you something else.
That's true. You do have very good steak here, though.
Well, thank you.
Have you got a few favorite cuts of steak at the moment?
My personal right now favorite, I would say, is a Tomahawk Chop. It's over 3 pounds of meat. You come out to the table, we slice it at the table. So it's a really big wow factor for the guests. And obviously the larger the steak cooked on the bone, you just retain all the moisture.
And you matched up well with some fantastic wines here.
Yes, we have a great wine team. Our sommelier David and Sally do a great job. And they have over like 22, 24 or by the glass selection. David and Sally change it all the time. And also what's great is too is it's a lot of really good values.
And that's obviously a very important part, isn't it, too? You want to make sure people can keep coming back.
Exactly. I mean, my goal was to keep this as neighborhood as possible, so you can come and feel like, okay, we can come and have a scallop carpaccio, maybe a little gnocchi, a glass of Sancerre, and we're on our way. You're not tied into a 3-hour experience with, a pound of meat.
That's true.
Yeah. But if you want to go somewhere in an elegant setting, like, in the Four Seasons, our bar is fantastic.
From a food standpoint for you, is that you've got to raise the bar obviously continuously.
It's nonstop. I mean, you can't wait. You're only as good as your last scallop carpaccio, and if you didn't like it, I mean, there's 30,000 other restaurants that are doing it too, so you really got to push.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Look forward to trying the food.
Yeah.
Cheers. Coming up on the next episode of Wayfarer.
And that was our mantra from the beginning, was to build something that both belonged in Brooklyn and reflected the real spirit of the borough as much as it was changing at that time and continues to.
Let's start off with a beer, and that kind of starts the story anyway.